All right, ladies and gentlemen, the group was actually supposed to start an hour later, so we're just getting into game one now. 5 minutes early, in fact. Well, no, we had to restart because Plasma got a bug because his game crashed. So that'll happen. He has another pretty good spawn. Not really. The +3, I guess. Ooh, man, dude, these blizzards are gross. These blizzards are way worse than they were on the last one. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go for the +6 again on the left side. Um, yeah, so I guess his position ain't bad. But he's in the first seat rather than the sixth seat now. So he gets the least troops off spawn. So yeah, to recap instead. Now in the first position playing as orange we have Plasma Field. In the second position playing as white we have Zycron. In the third position playing as blue we have Zerki. In the fourth position playing as purple we have Silent Legend. In the fifth position playing as pink we have General Rivers. And in the sixth and final position, we have Harlow the Hawk. And that is everyone in this game. Now, these are some disgusting blizzards again. I mean, these are definitely worse than the last ones. I mean, there's that pocket up in the top left in Shadow. It splits Shadow Maze, where you can only get there through that portal. Gross. Ooh. Ooh, a steal. Not really a steal, but you know. He wants the +3. He wants to take that position over. Crazy. That was crazy once. Lock me in a room. Only issue for Zekrom wanting to be there is that because of the way these portals are and the way the blizzards and portals are, Plasma Field will be entirely behind him if he wants to take the +8 after he takes the +3. So that might not happen. As for Zerky, I don't know. He spawned with a lot of material in the +9, which isn't very useful. He could go for the +7 of Trigon's Maze right in the middle where Rivers was last game. Or the last time they tried to do this game. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to go for. He's going to go for Trigon's Maze in the middle. Where does Silent go? Silent spun. I think he goes for the +7. I think he goes for Ghostly Plateau on the right side. I think that's his best play here. Locks it down. Harlow telling him thanks. Where? Oh, the 2, yeah. Because so Harlow wants the +7 of Ice Maze. Which actually isn't bad because even though it's a split bonus just naturally, the other territory has a portal on it, so and a blizzard on the portal on the other side, so not terrible. I've always found it interesting that one's split, but it's still only +7. You'd think they'd make it +8. Alrighty. So Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, now that we're entering second turns, so we see, uh, well, Plasma's closer to taking,
This is fine. This is fine.
taking his bonus. Somewhat. Um, Alright, so now, so Zycron got the +3 of Void Stone. Silent got the +7 of Ghostly Plateau. Rivers is still working on Madman's Maze. And Zarek is still working on Trigon's Maze. Harlow got the +7 of Ice Maze. I don't know why Rivers is mad that that happened. That was definitely going to happen. I don't know in what world he thought that those were not going to get hit. Oh, he's mad that he didn't roll down his 2. Well, you didn't roll down your 2s. I mean, now that everyone is in their positions and Plasma taking a second bonus, because, you know. I mean, at least he isn't changing the way he played. You know? Gotta respect that. I will say, Zekron's position sucks, especially because he's in this. I mean, he's in the smallest bonuses. One of them has a portal. Um, I'll say it was smart for him to take both small bonuses. But now, how does anyone compete uh, with Plasma's generation? I mean, at least this time it's 2+6s instead of +6 and +7. I mean, that's something, and he's holding less of the board, but it's still higher generation than anyone because now no one there's no one in Zeraku's position to match him. Like Zeraku was at least keeping kind of pace with him for a while because Zeraku was making like what +11 off of his bonuses. Now he's back to +7. Harlow's making +7. Silent's making +7. Zekron's making +7. Rivers is once again in a terrible spot. I would be so pissed if I was Rivers. He is not having a good game. He's not having a good series. The same game back to back, even after reset, and his spawn still would pass. Okay, a silent does break. That was smart. They're not going to let him run away again and then possibly crash. I did feel really bad because he was like a turn away from running it too. Like he definitely had that. He's easily next turn. The turn after he, the turn like before he, the turn when he crashed. If he like one more turn and he definitely had enough troops to run that 70. Very unfortunate timing.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Hmm. Does Zeraki break? This is the question here. Oh boy. It looks like a hard no as of right now. I think it is. Oh shit. Is he gonna try and kill Rivers right now? Or is he just, no, he's just blocking his borders. I mean, I'm assuming, does Silent just break Plasma again? Does he hit the 17? I do not know. It'd kind of be interesting to see him do it, in my opinion. Ooh, takes a different route. Beats the shit out of him, too. Tells him absolutely not under any circumstances. River is getting a trade that he desperately needed. Gotta put himself back in this game. Well, he gets fixed. Yeah, and Carter, this is not the first game. I mean, this is not the first rendition of this game. We went for about, so we started 15 minutes late because of a couple things. Has every game been fixed? Yeah. Every game is fixed 70 in this tournament, I believe. But so we started at 2. We were supposed to start at 2, started at 2:15 my time, I mean. So about an hour ago. And we got about 40 minutes deep, and Plasma, who was in a far lead and was probably about to run it, his game crashed and he got the troop place bug where he couldn't place troops, so we had to restart. And so now we're here. We are about, I think we're 20 minutes into this game. Yeah, it was very unfortunate. And now he's trying to do the same thing he did last game, but Silent is not letting him do it. Because the reason that Plasma was off to such a huge lead last game was that he took both of the side bonuses. So the bonus that Silent just broke and the bonus that Silent is in, Plasma had both of those last game, and no one broke him, and he just held them forever. It was a very different game last game because the Blizzards won weren't like this, obviously. The Blizzards were quite interesting last game, and so are these ones. To be fair, it's just these ones are kind of interesting in an annoying way. The last ones were not this annoying. The stalemating is it's still. I mean, this game, this board, and the settings they have set, it's not a stalemate. It's just gonna take forever. Like the board isn't actually like not. I mean, everyone is still lining up. Like it's gonna end. It's not gonna like there is no way that anyone. This game ends. This game is going as intended right now. This game because so and if I say if it's going as intended, then it's not stalemating. this is just how the settings are gonna go with this map. It's a big map. It's fixed. I'm not entirely sure what they were thinking with this one, but it's gonna be interesting. I'd say the first game it really just kind of came down to Plasma being so far ahead that he was gonna run it eventually, and he was very close after about 40 minutes. So lengthened, drawn out, nothing happens for a long time game. Yeah. But I wouldn't really call it a stalemate if there's still an obvious way it ends. I mean, and there's still and they're like people are actually trying to do something rather than just being like, oh, well, I guess I can't do anything, so I'm just gonna wait here.
This is fine. This is fine.
Which is why I find it hard to call 70% games stalemates most of the time. But because I feel like a huge part of stalemates is whether or not kills are profitable anymore, and people just not wanting to go for them because they're not. In 70%, you don't need the kill. Zacron's position looks awful. Yeah, it is. Being in the small bonuses does not do you anything. Harlow was stuck in just the +4 last round, and with the way the blizzards were the first time around, Zeraki was able to hold the +3 and +8 on the left side, but and he was the second strongest player on the board, but he was never able to really do anything. He was trying to bolster up his lines, but Zycron had him blocked on the left side, and his stack up in the top right couldn't really do anything. But in this game, it's a lot more balanced. Might allow for people to plan runs better. Might allow for people to actually think that they have it. Because like now everyone, because of this, because Silent told Plasma no, Plasma is the one generating the least on this board. Everyone is making +7 from their bonuses except Plasma. He's making +6. Yeah, I think that split was good. I mean, I just don't know what you do here. Not a whole lot to be done. Say Rivers or Sounder in the best, and that's shocking because Rivers' start here sucked ass. He had a really really bad spawn. Well, his spawn was bad, but he just didn't. He had a bad open. Like he wasn't able to get his bonus for a while. He was on 20 troops and 4 cards when everyone else had already had their bonuses for a while. But he got himself back up. Now he's in a good spot. I mean, I think there'll be a time where Plasma reaches his breaking point with Silent and just like sues into him or something, or maybe not. You know, Zekron's spot still sucks. I don't think. Obviously, I don't think anyone has the 70 right now. I mean, troops simply aren't high enough for anyone. And for anyone who missed me checking it earlier, the 70% on this with blizzards is 51. So they need 51 territories to get the 70. Um, I mean, there's just really not a lot to say here. It's like it's really just like I'm trying to count in my head how good everyone's 70 lines are right now, but it's kind of difficult. I mean, 51 is a lot. I mean, this board is just so these blizzards are so mean, and everyone's blocking their portals very well. I mean, what are your guys' opinions? It's like I just don't know what to make of it. It's like I don't know. If I were to guess, I'd say the people most likely to go for it would be Rivers or Silent, like Carter said. But I don't hate Harlow's lines, like his position in general. I don't think he's in a super bad spot. I think he just needs to figure out where he wants to take those portal stacks, like what they're gonna do for him. Um, I guess going through Silent would be the best idea. Oh shit. Oh, because Icron doesn't have any cards. That is the issue here. He does not have. I mean, he has cards, but not cheap ones, and not ones that wouldn't cost him knocking out a position of somebody. So he's basically saying move or get hit. Huh. I just do not know. I think Rivers is doing a very good job of any stalemate rules. Well, this is our second time restarting, and the players already made it very clear that they don't want to restart again. The last time we restarted wasn't because of stalemates, though. It's because one of the players got his game crashed, and then he reconnected, and he had the bug where you can't place troops. And if there's a game-altering bug like that, then we have to restart. This is our second go around. I guess I mean because we are in a 3 game series, then the rule is after 30 minutes, then the players can vote for a restart. And 30 minutes has passed on this game, at least this version of it. But I think these players are looking for it. I know, unlucky because it was like the person who it happened to was way in the lead and was probably like a turn away from running the 70, and it crashed on him. Oh boy. No, okay, he just inserts himself back there. Now we're in a way different spot. And this needed to be prog. I agree. Or if they wanted to do all fixed 70, they shouldn't have done this map. But the other maps aren't. The other maps are smaller because I think the other 2 maps are Modern Spain, which, to be fair, is also notorious for stalemating on fixed 70, but it's a very popular fixed 70 map. So hopefully these guys, and it'll only have 5 players, so that'll be different. And then the 4-player game, game 3, I think is Dracon's Fortress, which will also not. I doubt that will take long. That will probably take a maximum of like 20 minutes. So this is really the one that we had to be worried about taking a while, and with a restart after a 40-minute game, and still the chance of a reset happening with the 70 reset. That we have. I mean, I have no idea how long it's going to be before game 1's over, in one way or another. I mean, we could have 2 hours pass before game 1 is over here. I like modern. Yeah, I mean they're both good fixed maps, so they'll be a lot more fit for it than this one is. And they're smaller. That's the big thing, is that they're smaller. This is a huge map. So for fixed 70, you have to wait a long time before anyone even has the troops to think about running it. Okay. Um, I don't know. I'm still just not seeing it for anyone. I still think Rivers is the closest to having it, but I still don't think he has it. I think he has it less than he did before. Or not necessarily, but it's still way too close. Yeah, that was quick. Well, while we're watching here and waiting for someone to run it, anyone have any interesting risk games going on? Any interesting tournaments? Results, maybe? Well, literally anything? Man, so, I think Plasma's just in such a bad position because he got bullied out of the double bonus play he tried to do earlier. And Silent just never left. Be getting screwed with no sets on 4 in the past 7 tourney games. That is something, Banana. That is most definitely something. Man, it's awesome. I am like, dude, I am so far away from my mic right now, and you guys are still able to hear me. This is awesome. I can just recline back here and watch this happen. I should probably be worried that it can hear me that well, though. Like, I might have to turn it down just for the fact of, like, if I am ever close to it, it's not, like, super, super loud. You chilling on the couch next room? Not quite. Future prediction: the Philadelphia Freedom will win the PRT Western. Who the hell are the Philadelphia Freedom? How's that project going? Pretty well, because from what I'm hearing, some people are getting some outrageous offers from the owners. Oh yeah, I forgot Crackle was an owner. Crackle, who'd you get? Who have you signed? go two nuts with contracts, although I did offer some good bonuses based on performance. It's pretty solid. Are you gonna reveal your team yet, or are you gonna wait on that? Like who you signed? Yeah, I know some people are. I am shocked that some people are doing that. I mean, I'm probably paying. I'm probably playing for free because I don't give a shit. I'm not. I'm not expecting. I mean, as a broadcaster, I'm already benefiting from there being leagues. Definitely gonna have fun with that. Then back to the game, by the way. In case you were wondering, no, nothing has happened, but we are checking in. God, I am so. Of course, Plasma's game had to crash, dude. That is so unfortunate. He's gotta feel so. He's gotta be so pissed. He was in such I can't even believe he managed that position. He was literally a turn away from being able to win that game. And Zycron. I mean, Zycron just can't go anywhere. Like, that's the biggest issue for him. He cannot go anywhere. I don't know what exactly the 40 he has down there is supposed to be accomplishing more than the other 40 he has. I guess just the block territory. Zerky with a huge stack on the portal. I don't know where that one's going either. Can't go anywhere where he's going to get a ton of. I mean, I still think, purely because of how many exteriors they have, Silent and Rivers are the only two people who can realistically go for anything. Rivers more than anything. I don't know. Harlow is also in the situation where all he has is portal stacks, and the portals are heavy. This is a very choked up board. Some players started forming their teams weeks ago. There were a few players I reached out to that were already signed, although I got 3 players that were high on my list. That's good. I know some people. I do know some people have been planning this for a while, and the bids were very big. I was very surprised by some of the owners, and some of the people who were willing to put down enough money to get a team. Because I know some people. I know wasn't it? I think Carter said he paid $369.69. That was a lot. When the original asking price was $200, that is a lot. I know everyone immediately went for Pete, and Hot Bun said she already had him. And I know a couple people asked Kilted, and Kilted's not doing tournaments right now. They obviously went down the top of the leaderboard. I have no idea who got Arco. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Let me check the Saber ranking. Oh goodness. So you have Arco, who I think did get signed or has been offered. I don't know if he's confirmed with anyone. Mamba probably has. Silent, I have no idea. I actually don't know if Silent said they were in or not. Well, who here is PRT members? Of the top 10, I think everyone in the top 10 is a PRT member except Kilted. No, Kilted's still a member, isn't he? I think he just doesn't play. But everyone else in the top 10 is, in fact... Who is the highest ranked person who probably doesn't have access to it right now. I mean, affiliates were also... They said affiliates could do it too, right? I don't think Nice. I think Nice is the highest ranked person that is not currently a PRT member. And we are getting high in troops. I don't know if even with really good dice and perfect pathing, I don't know if it's actually possible for anyone to run the 70 right now. I only know of where a handful of players went. I am excited to see the teams get when they get released in a few days. I know that Mambo, Jack, Zycron, Frog, Arco, Noob 2.0, Brutal, Eric, Bradomite, Mathula, Cecil, Sir Tyler, and Elatar are all signed to a West League team, and I can't share yet to what teams though. Okay. Hell of a lineup. Oh boy. All right. Let's see it. Oh shit. Ooh, bad dice. Bad dice, bad dice, bad dice, bad dice. 52 off of 50, that is bad dice. Oh boy. 41. 45. 50. 52. 56. Oh my god. I think that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, is that it? No, he's one short.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
And he ends up one short. That is going to be Silent Legend out of this first game, and we're going to go back for a third time with 5 players. And I will be right back. I agree, Crackle. That would have been one for the history books if it worked. I do think this game will go a lot faster with 5 people. Alright, so in the first position playing as orange, we have Plasma Field. In the second position playing as blue, we have Zerky. In the third position playing as pink, we have General Rivers. In the fourth position playing as white, we have Zycron. And in the fifth position playing as black, we have Harlow the Hawk. So Harlow in the last position again, and Plasma in the first position again. In fact, I think everyone's in the same order except Rivers and Zycron swapped. So that is all that happened. Alright, sorry people, I'm back. Alright, what's changed? So Harlow has the +8 of Void Halls, which is pretty interesting. Zaraki and Rivers are in the same places they were last game. Trigun's Maze and Madman's Maze. Oh wow. Big play from Harlow. Plasma has taken Soulstone, the +4, and it looks like he wants the +9. Which isn't shocking. It's just a question of whether or not they let him do that. Yeah, and then Zycron still trying to get a bonus. Looks like he's taking Ice Maze, but might be too little too late at this point. Oh, he lost a 3v1? That sucks. Dang. Jesus Christ, Zycron moving it. Zaraki moving his screen all over the place. Yeah, and he wants a +6. Interesting. I mean, looking at this board set, I mean, I don't think it's outrageous for Harlow to take what he did, and I don't think it's really that crazy for Plasma to do the same. Man, Zycron is insane. I think I gotta be honest, there might be a chance here that Zycron dies. I think Zycron might actually die before this game is over. I mean, at the very least, like, there is nothing stopping Plasma from wiping him out of there with the way the blizzards are. He can just sit on that portal, and there's nothing Zycron could do about it. Like, he wouldn't take the bonus, but he'd take all those territories. River's trying to do the same thing Zeraki's doing, but he's getting worse dice. It's going to be very interesting to see how this turns. I think, I gotta be honest, I think Zycron knows he's dead. So does Harlow. I'd imagine Harlow finishes up the +3 here. And, yeah, he moves the 8 out. That's smart. Very smart. Uses the portal to get the 8 into his bonuses. But that means Harlow's not gonna have an exterior, which kind of sucks. Like, definitely less than optimal. Well, I guess he'll still have access to Shadow Maze, which is where everyone's gonna be trading, apparently. I don't know. If I'm Plasma, I definitely consider just wiping Zycron out of that pocket. Because there's quite literally nothing he can do. And feeding that kill doesn't mean a lot when it's fixed cards. I think that's exactly what he does. Or maybe he doesn't have enough to run it, obviously. I mean, he could go for the kill. It's just going to cost him way too much. Yeah, exactly. He's going to wipe him out, because that is the smart play here. Or he should. I really think he should. Really, really do think so. He doesn't have to take the bonus. He just needs to get Zycron out of there. Exactly. Free territory. There you go. Yeah, rough dice. That's fine. Alright, bit of lag, but... I don't know if... Okay, why is Zerky saying oops? I mean, he just fed you a kill, dude. Take what you can get. Guarantee the roll on the... Yeah, he takes the kill. Because why wouldn't you? There you go. That is Zekron dead. And 3 cards for Zerky. I mean, Plasma, I'm sure, is fine with this because now he's holding 31% of the board. He's almost halfway to the 70 already, and he hasn't even done anything. Like, he hasn't actually gone for a run. Yeah, a whole lot of dudes for Zerky. I'd imagine he's going to finish off Crystal Garden now, and he has a lot of material in Shadow Maze. Cards are going to get tricky here with the way everyone's spread out. If people even bother to take them at times. He does like to say oops. That is true, Roberto. He very much likes to say that. Yeah, he takes it. The thing is here, if Rivers does actually take Ghostly Plateau, which I don't know why he wouldn't, he'll be generating the most. I mean, off of bonuses alone. I think because of territory. Actually, no, I think he would be generating... He'll either be generating more or equal to Plasma. And then Zerkiel will be close behind them. And Harlow will be generating the least, actually. At the very least, Harlow is still alive. Like, that is something he can bank on there, is that he is in fact still alive. Yeah, Harlow is in a good spot to go through a lot of people. I mean, this is such an interesting board. Rivers is low on troops in comparison to Zerky and Plasma. Actually, he's low on troops compared to everybody because he has kind of had to really claw his way into his position more than these guys have. That was a miss. That was a misclick. That was, in fact, a misplacement. Also, it just occurred to me that that Crystal Gardens is, in fact, a split bonus. Someone could cut Zerky off from that if they wanted to. But he'd probably just hit back in there, but, you know. He can't click it. It's okay. You'll get there eventually, buddy. Just lower the UI, oh my god. That was funny. That's what he gets for taking his turns so quickly. Zerky tries to move as fast as possible, and that has screwed him over on multiple occasions. That's 69 troops. Dab. I still think Plasma's in the best position here. Purely because of how much territory he already has. Like, secured behind him. And the amount of directions he can go. The portals are pretty good for him. Zerky's in a pretty good spot. I mean, like, no one's really in a terrible spot here. I think before I want any new maps, we should make some improvements to the maps. Thing is, I don't think SMG... I think SMG is very against revisiting old maps. And I think that's evidenced by the fact that they make advanced map packs. Like if they think a small map is kind of dog, then they'll just make an advanced version of it for people to like. Which I think has worked for most advanced maps they've made. Like, they're better versions of the smaller ones for more things. But I don't think they'd ever revisit a map. Especially with how much people complain about the bonuses on certain maps and how, like, one-sided some are, and they haven't done anything. I just don't think that they'd ever, like, edit an already existing map that's in the game. I don't think they'd ever do that. Unless you mean just general improvements that, like, could be avoided in future maps. Because I feel like the map designers have gone in way different directions from what the other maps are, like the older maps. I think all the new ones we get are way different. And quite cool. I think they're pretty cool. But yeah, the whole thing with, like, the UI kind of bugging out if it's too big with portals and, like, small territories, they do need to fix that, because multiple maps have that issue with certain territories. Like this one, for example, and I know one of the Resistor's futile maps, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the General Processing Unit one. That one has some territories on it that are, like, infamous for not being able to click them. Yeah, some maps just have those kind of territories, and those should be fixed. Because I feel like the size of the UI that Zerky has right now, there's no reason he shouldn't be able to click those territories. But it's said that he would have to lower his UI to make that. Yeah, I want to be able to click and know. Yeah, exactly. Ooh. Greece and Africa Advance both have clicking issues? Yeah, that's what. Okay, Greece is a really bad one. Greece is the one that really suffers from it. Um, because especially with portals. And yeah, Africa Advanced has that issue on some. Did Harlow just now go live? The first Vikings map pack. Okay, well the first Vikings map pack just sucked for a lot of reasons. Nobody liked that pack. That was a very negatively. That one was very negatively received. The trick is to cook the boat itself and not in between the boats. Well, yeah. I don't know. I dislike the first Vikings map pack for a variety of reasons. Mainly the fact that most of them were quite small and very weirdly pathed. Like the Lindisfarne raid map, that one is really whack and very small. And I mean, in terms of competitive, because that's the way I usually look at the maps. In terms of competitive, those maps have like no value whatsoever. Battle of Svolder kind of, and people have tried to give value to it, but the rest, I mean, there's just no hope. What? Why did he do that? Is he expecting someone? Is he expecting someone to make a run right now? Why did they move those troops there? That's such a weird place to put them. Or was that a miss? I don't know what just happened. That biggest Viking map was nice 70%. I'm trying to think of which one you mean. Which one are you talking about? Because we're talking about the first Viking map pack. The Viking Legends map pack that just came out, I think is really good. The animals one, obviously there isn't a ton, but it's very unique and I like it. Like at the very least, even if it's not viable competitively, it's unique and interesting, which that Ratatoskr and Friends one was. But like with the original Vikings map, it just like even the ones that weren't competitively viable just weren't that interesting to begin with. I think Raid the King should have had something special for the top bonus, like the crown jewel where the crown is. That one should have had something cool with it. Um, and then but yeah, then Lindisfarne. What was the what is it like? The Greenland Saga or something? That map really sucks. That map is so bad. That was a bad map. The Greenland Saga. I did not like that map whatsoever for any reason. You know what that Greenland Saga one struck me as? It struck me as Pirates Bay, but worse, which is shocking because I don't like Pirates Bay either. It struck me as like they tried to take Pirates Bay and turn it into a smaller map with different bonuses, and it just didn't work whatsoever. It just had the same vibe. It wasn't good. It was not a good map. That map was terrible. So I was very glad when they released this one, and it was a lot like Roots of Yggdrasil is a really good map. I really like that map. There's so many different ways to go. There's bonuses it's an actual dynamic map that people can play on with multiple settings, multiple different settings types, and it can be viable for those settings types. I really like. I think Roots of Yggdrasil is objectively the best one competitively to come out of the second Vikings map. But I also like Yggdrasil itself. That map. Obviously, a lot of people. I thought that map was funny though, purely for the fact that it has like all the plus twos connected to the central plus six. I think it was interesting. And then what was the other one? Um, I mean, then there was the animal one, but there was a what was the fourth? Oh, the fourth one. Oh, what was it called? I can't remember what it was called, but I liked that one too. I think that one was also a good map. 98 stack. Holy crap. I don't know. I think the biggest problem with the original Vikings map is that there just wasn't a lot of pizzazz. Uh-oh. 70 run. And a reminder, everyone, this could also result in a reset. Rivers, for the love of God, please make this run. Won the Viking Legends purple and the prize of the map. Yeah, I mean, like, I just played it because I thought it would be fun, and I wanted to try out all the new maps, and it was fun, in my opinion. I enjoyed it for what it was. Oh, man. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that, man? Why did you just blitz it straight up? It's fine, though. He did win. Thank goodness. Okay. At the very least, he actually won. We'd have to do another reset. So, 2 hours and 20 minutes after this group's expected game time, Game 1 has finished. Now we have 2 more. Congratulations to Rivers. He'll be our 4th finalist for the 70 Reset Invitational. He'll be joining Lena, Kitty, Sir Tyler, and I Am Mamba, who already qualified.